Hi garden friends! Today on Finding California Plants, we're going to start planting our fall victory garden. It's the end of October and we just got our first sustained cooler weather. The forecast says it's going to be below 85 for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, and that's perfect for us to start sowing our cold season vegetables. Cold season vegetables are the veg that likes it to be in the temperature range of between 40 degrees and 80 degrees. Some of them will tolerate it if it's over 80, like to 85, but some of them are very picky about it. Like carrots, I found, if it goes over 80 degrees, they just say, nope, we're not germinating. We're going to be doing this a little bit at a time because I've actually started back to work at the Arboretum, and so my time is a little limited. So now it's the evening, the sun's setting, but I thought it'd be a good time to get started because of the cool weather. The first things that we're going to start planting are going to be the lettuce and some peas. I like peas just because they're really easy to grow and they're fun, and lettuce is amazing. So in the spring we actually had some lettuce going before the pandemic hit and before the big worldwide meltdown and lockdown, and it was really nice to have fresh greens at that time because we were just, you know, everything was crazy and we were really stressed, and just to be able to eat something that was healthy that we'd grown ourselves was a very calming and very healthy thing for us. And I've always wanted to get in the habit of planting lettuce successionally so that we always had some available, and I've just always been busy with work and everything, and it's just really crazy. So during the lockdown I started doing that, but lettuce is definitely a cooler season, and once the higher temps hit in May and June, it just wouldn't germinate. So I'm excited to get started on that again, and I'm gonna try really hard to get set it up. So I'm gonna try sowing lettuce seeds every 10 days so that hopefully throughout the winter months we'll have a pretty fresh supply of lettuce for us to eat. And so we're going to be doing this over the next couple weeks. We'll try different vegetables. Some of them have different techniques for sowing, and hopefully if you want to join in and do your own victory garden, this would be a good time to try it out and see what you can do. Now for the season, you can actually start sowing these seeds anytime, now through probably March. Anytime when the temperature is going to be pretty much below 80-85 degrees, you should have good luck with them growing and everything should be fine. So don't feel a lot of pressure like you have to do all this today, right now, and get on it. Anytime you have time and just feel like you want to get started on it over the next couple weeks is completely fine. The other thing I was going to say is I know a lot of people don't like to do seeds. They like to get kind of the prepackaged, already sprouted veg at the garden center and then plant that out. I like to do seeds for 3 reasons. The first reason is that I know that the seeds have not been treated with any kind of pesticides or growth hormones or anything like that, which is really, really nice. A lot of times at the big center stores, they pump these things so full of chemicals. Anytime you see a flat of little veg and they all are perfectly uniform, it usually means they've been treated with all kinds of chemicals. So if you do go that route, make sure that they say on them that they're organic and buy them from a reliable grower, and then you should be fine. So that's one reason. The other reason is the cost. A little packet of seeds where you can get 50, 60, 100 seeds costs a couple dollars. And especially for things like the lettuce, instead of buying a 6-pack, where I get 6 of them. This way I get 50 seeds, and hopefully most of those will germinate, and so I'll be able to plant them again and again and again and again. If you collect your own seeds, that's also a nice thing too, because you can grow it, let the plant go to seed, and then you can take that seed and replant it, and then that's basically free right there. So that's another good thing. So the third reason that I like to do my own plants from seed is just for the fun of it. It's really neat to be able to see how they transition from this tiny little seed into this amazing, beautiful plant that you can eat. So it's just fun. So that's the third reason. Now, as far as what you need to have the seed. Hopefully you've already acquired some. I did a video earlier telling everybody to get all prepared for it. If you haven't, don't worry, you got lots of time. You can order seed online. There's great places to get it. You can get it at the garden center. You can borrow it from your best friend. And just grab some seeds, whatever you can get, and you can try from there. You don't need to have any kind of fancy potting soil or anything like that. It just you need something that's kind of loose and fluffy, a little water, and then as far as containers, as we go through this process over the next couple weeks, we're going to look at a whole bunch of different containers. It doesn't have to be picky. I like to reuse and recycle as much as I can, so you'll see a lot of old household products, household items, old potting things, all kinds of stuff. So you don't really need to spend a lot of money, and you don't need a lot of expensive equipment. You just gotta have something to put the seeds in and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and try sowing some of these seeds, and let's see what you think.
You can use whatever soil you have available, or you can purchase potting soil, compost, or seed mixes. Never plant into dry soil. Make sure it is wet enough that if you grab and squeeze a bit, it will clump and stick together. Place the soil lightly into the container, or if you're planting into a bed, rake it a bit to make it light and fluffy. Sprouting the seeds first gives you a little more control over their environment, which is nice if you're worried about sudden temperature changes or you need to prevent things like the seeds and seedlings being eaten by slugs or birds. Leave a little room at the top of the container so when you water, the water does not splash over the edges and wash the seeds away. We're going to start with the lettuce. Lettuce seeds are really tiny, so be careful when opening the package. We're only going to sow a few right now because we don't want a whole bunch of lettuce being ready to eat all at once. I'm going to put 2 tiny seeds into each tray. You only want 1 little seedling, but planting 2 seeds doubles your chance that at least 1 will germinate. Don't press the seeds in or cover them over with soil. Lettuce is one of the few seeds that needs light or it will not germinate. You can sow peas directly into beds or start them in containers. Here, I'm going to be using toilet paper rolls. Peas grow very quickly and send out roots fast. The taller container means they'll have a chance to grow some good roots before they get planted out. Since the rolls are biodegradable, it means that when it's ready to go, I can just plant the sprout out, container and all. Easy peasy. Haha. Peas and beans are very easy to grow, and they are nitrogen fixers, which means they add nitrogen to your soil beds, which is good for all the other veg who grow after them or with them. Soaking the seeds in water for a few hours before sowing can help them to germinate more quickly. Push the seeds into the soil about 1/4 inch. The general rule of thumb is to bury a seed twice as deep as the seed is wide. If you have a problem with slugs eating your sprouts, place the container in a tray of perlite or eggshells or use coffee grounds. The slugs don't like these surfaces and will stay out of your pots. If there's a chance of birds or rabbits or other animals getting into your seedlings, make a little cage for them with chicken wire or netting to give them a little piece to grow without being bothered. Make sure the soil doesn't dry out. And then comes the hard part. Sit back and wait 7 to 10 days for them to sprout.
Hi again. As one of my favorite vloggers likes to say, future me here. It's been 10 days since we planted those seeds, so I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what they look like. They're here behind me. So you can see, these are the lettuce seeds, and they're little teeny baby sprouts just starting to come in. And these are the peas. You can see, not these guys, these are next door, but they're just starting to sprout, which is really nice. They should be ready to plant out in about a week. So it's very exciting. So I know at this point I had said that I was going to try to plant the lettuce seeds, sow the lettuce seeds every 10 days, but we've actually had another batch of hot weather, so I'm gonna wait a couple days and try it again later in the week when it cools off a little bit again. So you want to look at your forecast, and you need 2 weeks of temperatures below 85 at least, preferably below 80. Okay, bye. So I hope that gives you some inspiration to get started planting your fall victory garden. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I would love to hear from you. I would be so excited to know that other people were going on this journey with us. If you wouldn't mind becoming a subscriber, it really helps out our channel. So thank you very much.